Let's talk about loading times from PlayStation 4 games on my PlayStation 5. To be more specific, let's talk about the loading times from the internal drive compared to an external drive like the MX100 from Crucial. Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel Armored for All. And before we start with the video, I have a very big favor to ask. I have many viewers, but just 10% of my viewers subscribing to my channel. So do me the favor, subscribe to my channel, it is absolutely for free. Okay, so let's start. Let's talk about loading times on my PlayStation 5. And I show you again what I'm using as an external drive is the MX100 from Crucial. It's not the newest model, but it's still a very robust and reliable SSD. And also I'm using an external case from Ukraine. It's with an USB 3.2 port, so there's enough bandwidth for this SSD. And of course also, and I have to show you this because a couple of people done this already wrong. It's an USB 3.2 cable, which is of course mandatory, necessary to use with this external case, because I have somewhere an USB 2.0 cable as well with USB-C cable as well. And of course, if you use a USB 2 cable on this USB 3.2 case, then you just have around 33 megabytes per second. And of course, we don't want this. So installing an external drive to the PlayStation 5 is very easy, and I will do in a video about this as well, because there's a couple of things what you should consider before you buy a SSD or before you buy a hard drive, but this will be a different video. Today we're really talking about if there's a difference between starting or loading a save game or loading a game from an external drive versus the internal drive. And it is really very easy. You just install your hard drive or SSD in this case. You connect it to your PlayStation. If it was never connected, it will come up with a message. If you want to use it as an external drive and stuff like this, you press yes and it's done. So the games what I tested: Ghost of Tsushima, Days Gone, Horizon Zero Dawn, the complete edition, Red Dead Redemption 2, and of course The Last of Us 2. So I show you the results now. So keep in mind, in those games there are two games which has recently got patched or got an update on the PlayStation 5 to run in 60 frames per second. So this one and this one, both games now running in 60 frames per second. And by the way, I will do a video about this as well, about 30 versus 60 frames per second, and of course HGHG as always. So let's have a look on my result. Where is it? Just give me a second. Here, look at this. So now you're wondering probably, hey, where is The Last of Us? Yeah, I will talk about The Last of Us a little bit later, because I have to say there was actually no difference at all between the internal drive and the external drive in most of the games, except one. And I will talk about this later. So have a look on the picture what I showed you, what I'm showing you at the moment. And what you can see is Ghost of Tsushima. And do me a favor, just compare this with your PlayStation or PlayStation 4, because I'm trying to fix my PlayStation, so my PlayStation 4 is not in a good, Anyway, different story. So compare this with your games and PlayStation 5 at home, and just let me know in the comments if you have the same measurements for loading the game into the start menu. With loading a save game, it can be completely different, because in most of the cases I used the beginning from the game, because it was just easier, because when you install the game without a save game, it will of course load. There is no save game, okay? So keep this in mind. But the loading times from the start to the start menu should be always the same in my opinion. Okay, so just put this in your comments if this compares with your results. Okay, so and the numbers, always the first number, in this case Ghost of Tsushima, the first number 42 is the internal, second number is external drive, and you can see there is really not really a difference. So in the first two games, Ghost of Tsushima, Days Gone, there was really no difference at all. It doesn't matter if it is installed on the internal or external drive. With Horizon Zero Dawn, you had a little bit of an advantage from when you installed the game on the internal drive. And I tried this a couple of times. So I installed the game, I moved it back and forward on the external drive, and I tried this I think 4 times. And I think, and it is of course a little bit hard with handy and stopping the time or whatever, but I think there's around 1 second what you gain when you install this game on the internal drive. Okay, 1 second, forget it. Red Dead Redemption, exactly the same behavior, the same result, 28 seconds for loading the start menu. Doesn't matter if it's installed on the internal or external drive. Okay, but now let's talk about The Last of Us. And this is very interesting because this was the only game what had significant differences in the loading time between the internal and external drive. And now it comes. It took longer to load in the internal drive. Yes, see, look at this, and I tried this many times. And just to give you an understanding how I did it. So I installed the game, I started the game from the internal external drive, I took the measurement, okay? After this, I moved the game from the internal drive, external drive, or vice versa, and I restarted the PlayStation 5 just to make sure there's nothing in, nothing left in the RAM or whatever, what can help to improve the loading times. So I did this several times with this game because always the internal drive took longer to start the game or to load into the save game as the external drive. Every time, every single time. And it is not just a little bit. It's for loading to the start menu is 3 seconds. Okay, 3 seconds. But loading the save games is 43 to 35 seconds. So those are 8 seconds difference. And this is not just a measurement mistake what I did. It is really happening. I don't know why the internal drive takes longer, but in this case, it did. Okay, and now, what does it tell us? Should we just install all the games on an external drive? Anyway, I would recommend this because, first of all, sooner or later you run out of the of your storage internally from the PlayStation 5, and so far this is the only game what I found out of 5. Of course, I have a couple of more. Maybe I try Spider-Man and the other games on another day because it takes some time to do this. But just, tell me your experience. So have you tried this so far? Have you installed PlayStation 4 games on an external drive to use it on the PlayStation 5? And what is your experience? And what can be the issue for this? What is the reason why it takes longer from the internal drive than the external drive? I mean, we're talking about a M2 SSD internally on the PlayStation 5. This is so much more faster than this one. So much more faster. So, but you see, it is not just the hard drive what is restricting maybe the power or whatever. It must be something else. Maybe it's really the backwards compatibility. Oh my god, or something like this. The backwards the PlayStation 4 support. Okay, on the PlayStation 5, it can be because I don't know, to be honest. So maybe Sony knows what's going on, but I can't ask them. 2 less subscribers, unfortunately. Anyway. So I think that's enough for this video. I will continue doing a couple of loading tests when I got some time because this is really interesting. Because I like to know where to storage the game. And on the other hand, I'm waiting really desperate to get more storage in the PlayStation 5. But that's a complete different story. So make sure you subscribe to my channel and make sure you leave me a comment, please, about this, about your experience with loading times, external, internal drive. And because Yeah, because I like to know it. Okay, and make sure you stay on my channel, because more content with stuff like this is coming. And yeah, I don't know what to say. We just finish here now. Okay, thank you very much for watching me. Stay safe. See you next time. Bye.